So, Expedition 33 won multiple awards at the VGAs, and rightfully so, for many different directions of the gameplay. Won Game of the Year, and absolutely amazing that it won all those awards. It was because it was voted in like that, and a lot of people voted for that game to win. As a result of them being, people who played the game, who love the story, who love the direction. Hell, even look at me right now, like right there, playing it right now. Sadly, I have not even finished the game. Like I've been all over the place with multiple different games, multiple different titles, everything left and right, and I'm still playing it because of the simple fact that it's actually very, very good of a game. I've been playing this, I would say like over a couple of days now. Still in the first area because, as I said, I got multiple games that I'm working on. And the thing is with this, a lot of people have had a lot of critiques that make no damn sense, which on why it should not have won the actual Game of the Year. Even Terminal Montage had a stupid take on it for a long time. And, a lot of people get to a point where, people try to have an opinion on something and have not even tried the fucking game in general. Now, if you have the critique on that because of the simple fact that, you've played the game and it wasn't your cup of tea, okay, absolutely understandable. I can even go to a point where you say, hey, it deserved the awards, but maybe we could have spread the awards towards someplace else. All right, fine. I can understand that. But you gotta understand that some of these critiques were so childish that I could tell where people are, and how do I say this, pretend gamers or tourists when it comes to gaming. So I'm gonna go ahead and state out some of the reasons I heard, and I'm going to address them properly. So let's get started. The idea that I've heard that someone say that this game looks like a mobile game is extremely off. It's weird to me based on what the hell you think a game is supposed to look like. If you think this looks like a mobile game, I'm sorry, but cataracts might be a thing for you. Like, even Daredevil, Stevie Wonder, and freaking Ray Charles can see that this game is not a mobile game art type video game. This game actually was very, very gorgeous. And for someone to say that it looks like a mobile game, it's insane to me. And you know what's funny about this? It doesn't even have to say where they look like it's a mobile game. Them saying that it feels like a mobile game because it's turn-based is off in many different ways. Just because a game is turn-based doesn't mean it's a mobile game or it's like some type of gacha game, okay? Like, it goes to a point where a lot of these RPG games aren't turn-based anymore, and people are very, very impatient. Just because you have a short attention span doesn't mean you have any type of way to say that it looks like a mobile game. Like, think about all the classic freaking RPG games. Legend of Dragoon, you have yourself, even to a point of Final Fantasy X, Final Fantasy VII, you have things such as Chrono Trigger. Even now, for like, let's say for the modern one, there's a game called Sea of Stars that is actually a turn-based video game. And a lot of people just have the attention span of, like, I would say like is the attention span of a pencil eraser. It's like it's completely gone for you. I don't understand when it comes to that stuff. If you have that issue, I'm sorry, a lot of RPG games are not in your freaking area. And this comes from the idea from where a lot of people go ahead and limit themselves on the game genres or what type of game they play. And when you find out what type of game they play, it's really, really insane. Which actually brings me to my next one. I'm going to say this with the most vile and venom in my voice, and I want you to understand that this is meant to hurt you in many different types of ways. if you only play Call of Duty, you play anything of Gran Turismo, 2K games such as WWE or NBA, and you try to have an opinion on an RPG game that you've never played, I'm going to need you to sit your ass down. The fact that your actual library is limited to a sports game is insane to me, where you go ahead and try to have an opinion on an RPG that you have no patience for. I'm sorry. If you are just a ball and gun player, it's the absolute last person you want to talk about when it comes to video games, or you want to have a discussion when it comes to video games, or you want to go ahead and hear their opinion on a video game. I can understand one thing. If you say that this is your main thing, you like playing those games, but you have played Claire Obscure, or you have played RPG games, like even when it comes to like regular RPGs like Skyrim or something like that, or even turn-based, based on like, you know, what Claire Obscure is actually built upon, and you play things like Final Fantasy X, 7, you know, Wild Arms, so on and so forth, I can understand that. But if you just played those games and trying to be like, oh, you know what, these games are not interesting, nobody plays these games, shut your ass up. Shut up. I don't want to hear you. I don't want to hear you. I don't want to hear you. It makes no sense for me. It's like a guy who only plays fighting games is giving me an opinion on a strategy tactics game. Like, imagine a guy who only plays Street Fighter, Tekken, and freaking Marvel vs. Capcom giving me an opinion on Fire Emblem, and he's never played Fire Emblem. That is, in my opinion, clinically insane. Are you serious right now? Like, you're telling me that people have not played this game. This game was actually hyped up since the freaking demo, but yet nobody played this game. Which brings me to my next topic. Okay, so before we continue on with the rest of the reasons, I'm gonna go ahead and take a sip of my advance here. Awesome. And if you don't know what this is, just hit it with the promo. The EHG community and TemGameBoyz are now affiliates of Advanced. Advanced has amazing supplements that help you with gaming and even your everyday lifestyle. These products actually help you with things such as your focus, your hydration, your protein, your sleep, and much more. When I need to start content creating and making videos for my actual YouTube channel, I take a little bit of the cherry ice to make sure I can go ahead and keep focused at the task at hand. Did I also mention that these products are actually diabetic, gluten-free, keto-friendly, and vegan-friendly? I personally would recommend the cherry ice flavor. Use the promo code EHGTGB to get 10% off your purchase of Advanced products right now. Also, go ahead and sign up for the Advanced newspaper to get any type of updates and any type of news for brand new products coming out for Advanced. Thank you very much. If you get to the point where you're telling me that nobody knew about this game to go ahead and have this game win Game of the Year, I'm going to give you a harsh dose of reality. You don't speak to a lot of people. No, you don't. Don't lie to me. I know you're saying, oh yes I do. No, you don't. A lot of people had waited for this game since the demo. The demo. You understand that waiting for the game to a point because the demo was that damn good, then you gotta understand that people were talking about this from the beginning. People even got to a point where they wanted this thing to win Game of the Year. Alright? Now you gotta tell people that they weren't talking about it, nobody was talking about it. You weren't in the loop, you weren't even in the community of gamers to have this conversation. Y'all were like so far out of the loop. It's like trying to be inside like It's like you being outside of the inside joke. You know what I mean? You were not even like nowhere to have this conversation, but you want to talk like as if you're talking for everybody. Who invited you? Nobody. But then that also brings it to my next topic. You guys really thought that this whole entire show was rigged because it won. Are you serious? You guys really thought it was rigged? Like all of a sudden, you guys think that this... Like, let me tell you, it's not like the real voting system where you're voting for the president. You don't have an electoral college to go ahead and tell you no, okay? This is actually a thing where people actually voted for this game. They put in their votes for this game, and somehow you guys think it's rigged because Wuthering Waves won player's voice or player's choice. Who gives a crap? Like, Betty, do you understand that? Don't you sound like doesn't that sound ridiculous? Exactly. You see, Betty thinks it's kind of weird. Betty thinks it's kind of weird. I know it's kind of weird. The fact that now gamers had a choice to pick who was Game of the Year, and guess what? You guys think it was rigged. You guys had like most of the reasons to want to hate this game. You guys even said that this game was not indie because it had a publisher. Excuse me? What? Every game, every indie type of game had a publisher. Which goes to my final reason. I'm gonna go ahead and say this for people who don't understand gaming business, because obviously we're getting this from people who don't understand gaming business. Any game in any type of way needs a publisher, whether it's indie, whether it's a big game, or in any type of way. Like Grand Theft Auto, they need a publisher. Like for instance, Grand Theft Auto as Rockstar. Rockstar ends up going ahead and having a publisher, like for instance, like the platforms. Like if you go ahead and put it on the platforms, those are publisher areas. Like for instance, it's also Tencent. Like for instance, if you put a game that you make that took some time and you need a platform, a publisher's platform, you will go to Sony, Nintendo, Xbox, Steam, Epic Games, so on and so forth. Indie games have to do that, but they had their own small company that actually was responsible for games like Sifu, and yet you guys thought Sifu was an indie game. So if you're saying that they're not an indie game because they have a publisher, the same publisher that worked for Sifu, Sifu's not an indie game. But when you use that logic against you guys will have nothing to say. Like the logic behind you guys, like to go ahead and make this type of argument is way off. There's no foundation of it, and it's just I don't really know why we have to talk to the gaming community anymore, because it's like your brain cells have self-deleted. It's very, very weird to me. Literally, the conclusion of this is that you guys are trying to take away some type of credit from Expedition 33 and the hard work that people have put towards this. I get it. You wanted your other games to go ahead and win something, and understandably so. If you think that this game deserved it more than Expedition 33, then by all means, you know, you have that opinion. But guess what? A lot of people voted for this. You cannot overturn people's votes for this. You cannot overturn the fact that people like this game, that actually played this game, that actually voted for this game, that people knew what this game was, that people wanted this game to be successful. And now you want to be upset because your game didn't win, or you never played the game and you're trying to figure out what's all the hype. Maybe buy the game and give it a try. The game is around $40. $40 for Expedition 33. You can literally buy Expedition 33 and Silk Song together. It'll be a $60 bundle. That's the amount of a regular game nowadays. But then yet you guys want to go ahead and throw everything down the shitter because of the simple fact that you can't understand the game. You can't get through the game because you decide to understand you're not patient. You're not patient. You are impatient as a person. And yet some of you want to go ahead and have an opinion on this when you only play sports games, and guess what? You are not even real gamers. You are literally volunteer gamers. It gets to a point that, hey, just automatically, straightforward, give the game its flowers. Let people enjoy it, let it win, wait for the next freaking award show. And when that happens, whatever comes through that, just vote for it. Stop being upset because guess what? People voted for the game that they wanted to win, and guess what? They got what they wanted. Guys, like, this shows that the gaming community is very, very, very childish with trying to go ahead and speak their words on what they want, and why a lot of companies limit their conversations with the community. Because this is exactly why. And it's very, very embarrassing.